Hello? What up, boy? Yeah, man. Nah. I told you. Your secondary was trash from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You know what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna have a good regular season, and you're gonna do what you do in the playoffs. Hey, I'm glad you called me back, bro. I didn't call you to talk about your sorry football team, dog. I wanted to holler about something that I've been like, just running around in my brain. So last week, I went to that men's conference or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, man, you know my wife Ashley, man. Because she was like, she had read about it. Something was like, I think this might be cool for you to go to or whatever. And I'm like, I'm supposed to go sit around a bunch of strange men? That's what I'm supposed to do? Like, baby, you don't know me very well, but you know my wife, right? She hard, right? She put it to me like this. She was like, okay, so let me get this straight. So you can spend an entire Sunday at a wing shop or a sports bar in front of 18 screens with strangers, dapping them up, hugging, laughing, screaming, but you can't take a few hours to go to something that might make you a better father and a better husband? For me, you unserious right now. Yeah, she hit me like that, bro, so I didn't have no comeback. So, you know what I'm saying? So I went, and it was a little weird at first, but, dudes made me feel welcome or whatever. But I wanted to, talk to you about this session. It's one session that we had. So they did this thing called Plato's Allegory. You ever heard of it? Yeah, me neither, bro. So it was but basically, man, so these evil dudes, right? They took these infants and they put them in a dimly lit cave, and they chained them up and they put it to where their bodies really couldn't move. And then, so it was a fire behind them, right? And they would put these images up. And so eventually, as they got older, they started to name stuff like, that's the sun, that's an animal, that's water or whatever, right? And so in the story, hold on, bro, hold on. I know the game zone. Just hold on a second, man. Give me 5 minutes, right? So in the story, one of them dudes, either they let him go or he got out, right? He gets out the cave, and he's like, his eyes are all messed up because, he's never seen sun before. So his eyes finally adjust. And he's looking for the long shadows on the wall because when he was in the cave, those shadows, that was his reality, right? And so he's trying to find his shadows. So he starts bugging out because he can't find his shadows. And he sees a real tree. And he walks over to the tree, right? And he touches it. And then he starts to see that the tree is three-dimensional. And then he sees water. And he sees grass. And he looks up and he sees the sun. So his whole reality got exploded because his reality was those long shadows on the wall. So he's like, I got to go tell my brothers, right? So he goes back into the cave, and he's trying to tell his brothers about what he saw, right? But his eyes are all messed up because he had been out in the sun, and now he's back in that dimly lit cave, and he's so excited about the energy, he's trying to tell them, but he's stuttering and stammering, and so those brothers, they're like, yo, you should never left. See, they don't believe him. So their reality were the long shadows on the wall, right? I know, bro, I know. You acting like I was acting, man. I'm like, man, what's this dude talking about, right? So anyway, the leader or the presenter dude, he basically was like this. He was like, so men, we are the ones that are chained up in the cave. And what we've been told about to be a man, those are the long shadows on the wall. And it's time for us to come out of the cave and into the light. I did the same thing, man. I'm like, this dude bugging, bro. So I didn't pay attention to it over, man. So I leave or whatever. I'm like, man, Ashley gonna owe me, right? Because I spent my whole Saturday, like a college football Saturday, up with this stuff, man. I'm like, this is whack, right? So I'm driving. And then, stuff starts coming to me, man. Start thinking about, books, movies, music, daddy, everything we got about what it means to be a man. Because, you could ask an 8-year-old, right? You could ask an 8-year-old, well, what is a man? And an 8-year-old will tell you a man is strong. A man stands on his own, too. A man don't ask for help because he's a man. A man don't show emotions because that's weak. And being weak is not a man. And I'm driving, dog, and I'm like, that's the long shadow, bro. And I start thinking about Pops, right? And You remember Pops used to say, he had this phrase, you know that phrase he used to always say, man, it got on my nerves, man. He would be like, don't be Microsoft. Be Macintosh with a hard drive. And one day I asked him, like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And he's like, because if you soft, you ain't a man. But a Macintosh, like the Mac from that 70s movie, The Mac, right? This pimp, he was hard. And that's how you need to be in the world. And I started thinking, man, like, so I lived that, right? We got that, right? And then, man, stuff started coming to me, bro, and I'm on 35, man, and I had to pull over because, like, I'm bugging a little bit, And I pull into this, like, gas station or something, man. So I'm just sitting in the parking lot, and all these memories start flooding me, man. And you remember when Granny died, bro? You remember that? And we all were upset. And Pop, he was sitting in that chair in the kitchen, and he had just got off the phone with Uncle Frank, and he just looked at us, and he was like, yep, my mama's gone to the upper room. And then remember, Mom, she went in to hug him, and he, like, elbowed her, bro, like, blocked her off, and he stood up, and he looked at her, and then he walked away, man. That's the first time that I ever seen him be physical with Mom. And all she was trying to do was comfort the man that she loves, and he wouldn't allow it. He didn't even cry at the funeral. And I know everybody grieves differently. But later on that day, I was in the backyard, man, I was crying, and he came out there, and he's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I miss Granny. He was like, yeah? So crying like a girl's gonna bring her back? Let me tell you something. We don't cry. We're men. You think your granny looking down on you, feeling proud? You need to be a man. Don't be Microsoft. Be Macintosh with a hard drive. Be a man. I was 9, bro. 9. And then I just kept thinking about stuff, man, and what we've been told about to be a man, I lived it. I wore it. And my wife, sometimes she's just like, I'm just trying to reach you. And I can't even have that conversation with her, bro. And I remember, man, you remember my girlfriend? Remember Chantel Williams? Oh, my God, bro. She was fine as all outdoors, man. And when she broke up with me because she was like, I just don't think we're connecting. And I was upset, bro. Like, I was 17, man, and Pops walked in there, and he was like, what's wrong with you? I hear some girl broke up with you? Let me tell you something. He closed the door. He was like, hey, listen. God made 3 women for every 1 man. So what, you got your heart broke? So you get out there, you get with them women, you have fun, you break a couple of hearts, you break a couple of backs, you know what I mean? And then when you find that good one, that wholesome one, then you marry her. You ain't got to cry about no woman. And I'm sitting there in that parking lot, bro, and I was thinking, like, I have a daughter and a son. So is my daughter supposed to be one of them 3, one of them 2 that you just run through? Like, why do we have to wait till we're married to respect a woman? I was bugging, bro, because I remember growing up, man, I did not ever want to be a father like Pops. And then, a couple of weeks ago when your nephew, man, Marcus, he cracked his wrist. Yeah, he was riding his bike. Yeah, I told you that, man, but I didn't tell you this, right? So we was at the park, and he going fast, and he ate it, man, and he's laying there. And so I'm scared, bro, but I don't even know that that's fear in my heart. So I'm looking at him, and Ashley went to get up, and I grabbed her. I was like, no, let him get up. He's a man, let him get up. And she whipped away from me, man, and ran over there. So I run over there, and I'm trying to get him up, man. I'm touching everything, and when I touched his wrist, he was, ow, ow, ow. And I'm like, what, you gonna cry? You gonna cry because you wrecked your bike? Let me tell you something, man. And then I said it, bro. I told my son, don't be Microsoft. Be Macintosh with a hard drive. And we took him to the hospital, man, and he really cracked his wrist. And that night, Ashley was like, the most disappointing thing about that whole situation, while you were yelling at him, telling him to be a man, you have yet to apologize. And I said, apologize for what? Men don't apologize. So I'm sitting in that parking lot, bro. And I feel like this tightness on my chest, man. And I'm breathing crazy. And all I could think about in that moment, bro, was the long shadows. I'm stuck in the cave, fam. I never wanted to be a father like him, man. No disrespect to him, bro, because I don't know what he went through to become the man that he was. But I had an opportunity to change, man. And it's crazy, right? Because, like, I know I'm getting deep, fam, but why do most of the conversations with men have to be about women, music, or sports? Why can't we ever just have this, man? You can't tell me Bro, we are providers. That's what we're supposed to do. But the other parts, man. Nobody equips us, man. What? So, I just want to holler at you, you know what I'm saying? And I got to get out of the cave, fam. I can't. Yo, I think I'm real close to losing Ashley, man, because, again, I'm emotionally unavailable because I wasn't given the tools to be emotionally available to somebody, man. Like, cutting off our emotions as men, we are not whole people. You can still be a man and have your emotions, fam. And even if Ashley leaves me, bro, I lose the title of husband, but I still have the title of father. And what kind of father do I want to be to my son and my daughter? I'm tired of looking at the long shadows, bro. I got to get out of the cave. I just want to talk to you real quick because, you know, you my big bro. What you think?